Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan battle video for you. In this video, we're going to be looking at how you can beat the Siblings Bond mission of Stage 3 of Supreme Magnificent Battle. So I know this is a little bit late. I'm a bit late to the party. This did come out about a week ago, but I didn't actually get around to it, and I had a request from someone to how they can do this without the Int, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks units. So just to clarify, you do need to bring Int, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks as a friend unit. So I haven't put that on the slide there. Just make sure that is your friend unit. You do not want to be bringing in 2-5 Gohans. You need them as a friend unit to actually do a bunch of the damage. But this team will get it done, and it will require a bit of RNG. So you're probably going to have to do this a few times before you get the right layout of the unit. All the units to dodge as well at the right times. You can get unlucky with a bad dodge that just straight up kills you. But anyway, let's jump right into it here quickly. Now you're going to want to keep a wheeze up the entire time. Get in and pop a wheeze immediately, and then when the second turn expires, pop a wheeze again. That's going to give you 4 turns of the increased 40% damage reduction, so that's going to be very helpful. And we're going to aim to defeat this boss within 4 to 5 turns. 6 is going to be pushing it. You're going to be possibly going to need to be relying on some big luck for dodges, so we're going to be aiming for 5 turns. I think we do get it done in 5 turns here. So you're going to need to put Beast Gohan in your first slot as much as possible. Make sure he's getting 24 ki. A lot of people forget that. You need to give him 24 ki to get that additional 20% damage reduction. And then if you're popping the Whis, he's never going to take damage, so he should be fine. Make sure you're giving him lots of ki, so he always has that. The STR, next is going to be STR Gohan. That L1 there, you're going to need to watch out for him. He will get you killed. He is not great, and you kind of want him to come in on your second turn after you've taken a little bit of damage, hopefully. That's going to let you pop him into his standby mode like I'm doing right now, and that helps a lot. He's going to be a lot more defensive there, and he should be fine. But you do want to try position him where there's not a ton of normals coming in. But when you get him into a standby and you do have that wheeze up, he should be survivable. Then you can just start working on getting as many orbs as possible, and we'll save his active for something towards the end in case you have just like a sliver of health left, and then you can pop his active, and that's actually how we end up winning here. Okay, so you're going to have Beast Gohan in your first slot. That's going to be your first rotation. Second rotation, you're going to have the Int friend, the Int Gohan, Goten, and Trunks friend, and he will be your slot 1 there. Make sure you're giving him a rainbow orb, otherwise you're going to miss out on a lot of his damage reduction. Don't forget that. You need to give him a rainbow orb, and then he should be fine. He should be doing a lot of our damage as well, and yeah, he will be doing a lot of our damage. We're going to be relying on him in the 4th turn for the second phase. So like I said, we're going to need to do this in 4 to 5 turns. The first 2 phases you need to kill. The first 2 turns you need to kill the first phase of the boss. Then you're going to roll around to the 3rd turn, which is going to have Beast Gohan in it, hopefully, and that is when you're going to pop his taunt and your second wheeze. That's going to protect your other weaker units like AGL. The AGL Trunks and Gohan here can be fine because they have a very high chance to dodge. It's like 77%, 76%, I think it is. But that beast, that Phi Gohan at the end there, he is going to be a problem if he takes a hit. So that's why the taunt is very useful here, and you can kind of see how there's a lot of things that you need to get right to actually for this to flow properly and you not to just randomly die. So it's going to take a bit of time, a few tries to get this get all your orders right and get your rotations right for this to work. Yeah. So yeah, just be careful. Also, just be careful with Beast Gohan as well. Don't get cocky and think maybe you can taunt and not use a wheeze. You could definitely do that if you have got his full passive. So he's got the 80% damage reduction, he's got his guard up, and he's got his taunt. He is most likely going to be okay. I haven't tested that. He should be fine with the numbers, looking at the numbers, but you do need to make sure he has to receive 5 or make 8 attacks. So you need to make sure that you're getting that right. Be 100% sure before you make a decision and think you're going to be fine. I would just pop the wheeze. It's not worth it. Although if you do get it right, then you do have an extra free turn with his taunt, and you don't need to worry about that. But there is, that'll be fine if you can get that to work out. But his taunt is very, very useful for this phase as well. the int Gohan, no sorry, not Gohan, the int Goten that we've got there, as well the only int unit, he is going to have a huge amount of damage reduction as long as he's on rotation with another unit that has Trunks Kid in their title. So you do have the AGL Goten and Trunks, as well as the Phi Goten and Trunks there. So just be certain. Again, you'll have to read a little bit, make sure that that is happening. Now, this is a very, very important turn here. Now, we are on turn 4. It is our final Whi's turn, and this is aligned perfectly. So what you do then is you pop the Phi, Goten and Trunks active. That's going to give you guaranteed dodge. They can slot 1 and have absolutely no problem. They'll dodge everything guaranteed. Then you need to switch over from int Gohan to int Goten and Trunks and pop his active. That'll give you the little animation of Gotenks, and it'll boost the attack and defense of the unit. So they'll be, see here, you get the animation, do a nice critical, and then you'll start you'll do a lot more damage in this turn. Now, this is going to be a very, very high damage turn for us, and this is kind of where you need to kill or get very close so that you can hopefully kill on the next turn. Physical Goten and Trunks are going to do a lot of damage here, especially with their active. They're also not going to be able to be hit. It's a guaranteed dodge the whole time. So int Goten and Trunks are going to do a lot of supers as long as you give them a lot of orbs. So try give them as many orbs as possible. They'll do a ton of supers, and they'll be supercharged by their active as well, and that's where you're going to do a lot of your damages. They are going to do that. This Phi Gohan and Goten and Trunks, if I can stop calling them Gohan, oh my gosh, and the int Goten and Trunks, they're going to pretty much finish it out for you. Now, in this run, we actually don't finish it out. We come just shy of the amount of damage, and you can see the whole time we're doing this, the boss's attack and defense is creeping up. So we really want to, that's why I'm saying we have that time limit on here. We got to kill him as quickly as possible. So yeah, the int little Goten at the end there, he is going to be absolutely fine. We've got a Whis up. He's got his 50% base damage reduction plus the additional 30% damage reduction. So he's fully immune. He's got a 120% damage reduction. So he is great when he's on a rotation, like I said, with a Trunks unit. But just look at the damage coming out here. This will hopefully finish it out for you. Hopefully you've got 100% friend lead. If we just had one more super there, we would have been done with the stage. And maybe the panic starts to set in here now, because you're like, there might be a super in the first turn on the next side. But luckily for us, can you believe it, STR Gohan came in for the win at the end here, and he had been supercharged. Now, one of the things you can do with this as well is, we probably would have been fine, we would have relied on a bit of luck by not putting Beast Gohan in slot 1. At this point, he will die to a super without the Whis, and he's lost his intro. If he's, no, I think he does his intro up, but I do still think he would die. So we're going to chance it with the AGL boys rather. They've got a 76% chance to dodge, and then they should kill him. But what we've done is we've gone and given the first 2 units their orbs. That's still boosting up the standby skill here, and then pop the standby skill, and it should be a crit as well. And it's not, but it's 65 million damage, and that is how we're going to get the KO screen and beat it with Siblings Bond. A massively irritating mission that I didn't want to touch, but here we go. And I hope this has helped. I hope I explained everything. There's always a lot going on. It is going to take a bit of luck. Maybe you'll get it first time. Everything will align for you. That's awesome. But if you don't have int Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, this is how I got it done, and I hope you can too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll check you guys in the next one.